Raj Mathai back with you here. Let's take a little technology tour. iPad for my son, iPad for my daughter. She loves pink. A family laptop and a few phones lying around. Maybe your house looks like this. It sure happens in our house. We are trying to figure it out here in real time. We're talking about how much is too much. Yes, screen addiction, not for adults, because adults have it too, but specifically for our kids. Some honest talk here at the Mathai house. We are losing the battle. I reached out to Dr. Nicholas Carderas. He's one of the country's leading addiction specialists. He wrote the book called Glow Kids, talking about screen addiction.
In 2016, we started seeing spikes in depression, anxiety, ADHD, cognitive issues. And so my book, Glow Kids, really was sort of ahead of the curve in terms of some of those impacts. And now, 2021 pandemic is just kerosene on that fire. Everything is now exponentially worse. We've dropped the time bomb on screen time and clinical disorders, quite honestly.
Pre-pandemic, we had the whole thing, you know, we're going to put a limit on screen time. And now it's kind of, we've thrown it out the window. I think I speak for a lot of parents. How damaging is that?
So we're not going to see all of these effects. You know, this is going to come in waves. We're going to see some immediate effects. I'm a father of 13-year-old twins as well. So it's unavoidable. Now, because of the pandemic, you can't be a tech cautious parent anymore. We used to be able to have a little bit of the luxury of controlling that. But now with Zoom schooling and everything else that we're living through, so there's going to be unavoidable mental health consequences, which we're already seeing. So some we're seeing in real time. We're seeing spikes in anxiety, suicidality, depression, but some we're going to see further out, 12 months out, a year out, 2 years out. We see those in adults, by the way. These effects are just amplified with children because children are more developmentally vulnerable to some of these impacts.
Doctor, is there some guidance that you can share with me and just our viewers really moving forward in this pandemic and how us parents can do this, deal with this?
It puts a lot of pressure on us as parents. We can't just let our kids lock themselves in the rooms, be on the screen for 8 hours of school, then be on the screen for 5 hours of recreational time and think that they're going to be healthy emotionally and psychologically. So we have to step up, and kids are going to push back. Kids get dysregulated. Kids get very mood altered with their screen time, but we have to power through that.
It is a catch-22, and we get it. We know it. We need to be outside. But you know what? With all the sports and after-school activities shut down, it's really challenging. When they start to reopen and open back up, it'll be helpful for all of us. But Jessica and Janelle, we're going to have some prices to pay down the road, just like the doctor said.
There is no doubt about that. Luckily, some activities, after-school activities, are starting to open up, and, you know, kids are flocking to them. Thank goodness for that.
Eye-opening interview. Thank you so much, Raj. We'll see you a little bit later in the show.